Uh-oh, Donald. Bad news. The ratings are in for your convention. It's not pretty.
Biden had better ratings than the president last night.
Joe Biden beat you. By a lot.
The TV president, the reality TV president who sold himself as a showman.
Below Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
And these two?
Is yet to come!
Embarrassing. Democrats beat you in ratings every night. Except one. When your wife was giving a speech. Ouch. That's gotta be awkward at the dinner table. Even Fox said you were low energy.
You didn't seem to have the bite. He was, I think, a little flat.
We know it's different now. You're tired. It's hard to keep your ratings up. You used to get applause. Now, get ready to hear.
You're fired.
Project is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Hello, I'm Sky Keith, and welcome to my channel. YouTube is a place to broadcast your message and brand your ideas. If you like what you see, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss a thing. Today we're going to talk about Biden's never Trumpers, left or right turn, Clyde. In the U.S., people label the left as the Democratic Party and label the right as the Republican Party. In this clip, Joe Biden accepts the Democratic nomination for president, and President Donald Trump accepts the Republican nomination for a second term as president.
I'm a proud Democrat, and I'll be proud to carry the banner of our party into the general election. So it's with great honor and humility I accept this nomination for President of the United States of America.
My fellow Americans, tonight, with a heart full of gratitude and boundless optimism, I profoundly accept this nomination for President of the United States.
But keep in mind that politics in America in the middle of a pandemic is far more complicated than labels we give it, and each other. With social equality on the left, to social hierarchy on the right, Americans' left-wing, right-wing political system classifies your political positions, ideologies, and parties. The left and right are often opposed, but in the middle of a pandemic, both sides have focused on America's disagreement about the need for government in the middle of a pandemic.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
It's the greatest responsibility of a president to help keep Americans safe, to protect our families. Donald Trump has failed this solemn duty. Over 170,000 Americans have died in the past few months from COVID-19. Millions are infected, and there is no plan. No plan to contain the virus, no plan to make it safe for businesses to reopen, no plan to reopen schools. In this time of national crisis, Donald Trump did what he always does. He lied. He bragged. He blamed. He never led because Donald Trump is not a leader. This time it's personal. Donald Trump's ignorance and incompetence is threatening your family's safety. It's not about Republicans or Democrats. It's about protecting our families.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
He failed. He must go. On November 3rd, vote to protect your family. The Lincoln Project is responsible for the content of this advertising.
The Lincoln Project is a group of Republican never-Trumpers, political strategists, and consultants that are producing anti-Trump videos. Many politically conscious Republicans that are dedicated to defeat Trump are labeled as never-Trumpers and are Trump's sharpest critics on his handling of the pandemic. Americans are taking a stricter left stance on some ideas and a conservative right stance on others, and some ideas overlap. That could be considered moderate, depending on the ideology. A growing number of Republicans are either endorsing Joe Biden or pointedly refusing to endorse Trump. This next clip is entitled, "You Won't Be Safe in Biden's America," using images of Trump's America today. I find it laughable that Trump is running for re-election, depicting Biden as an incumbent and Trump as the outsider.
You have reached the 911 police emergency line. Due to defunding of the police department, we're sorry, but no one is here to take your call. If you're calling to report a rape, please press 1. To report a murder, press 2. To report a home invasion, press 3. For all other crimes, leave your name and number, and someone will get back to you. Our estimated wait time is currently 5 days. Goodbye.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
This next clip is entitled, "This is Donald Trump's America. But do you feel safe in his?" Using images of the incumbent Donald Trump's America, reminding him he is president.
This election will decide whether we save the American dream. We must never allow mob rule.
17-year-old being held on suspicion of first-degree intentional homicide.
Free rein to violent anarchists and criminals.
The El Paso shooting was the deadliest attack at the hands of a white supremacist in the U.S. in 50 years.
We must always have law and order.
Tear gas was used to remove peaceful protesters from Lafayette Park.
A St. Louis couple brandishing firearms against protesters.
The greatest economy in history.
The U.S. lost more than 20 million jobs just in the month of April, making it the worst jobs report on record.
We will crush the virus.
Total cases in the U.S. now top 5.8 million. The virus has killed more than 179,000.
No one will be safe in Biden's America.
At this point, you can see how it's becoming increasingly difficult to distinguish the never-Trumpers on the right from the anti-Trumpers on the left. Our democracy requires two strong parties built upon a foundation of ideas and principles. At this moment in history, the Republican Party has found itself in a chokehold by Trump, who threatens democracy. The Democrats are doing everything they can to defeat Trump to restore freedom and democracy. The Republican Party has been overrun by Trumpism mixed together with nationalism, and that's causing civil unrest and violence. The Republican Party is running on the law and order ticket. With no guiding principles, this mix is destroying the future of the Republican Party and risking the future of our democracy. The next clip is titled, "Wake Up America."
We'll march through the South, through the streets of Jackson, through the streets of Danville, through the streets of Cambridge, through the streets of Birmingham. But we will march with the spirit of love and with the spirit of dignity that we have shown here today.
John Lewis. He was jailed and beaten, but never bowed. The son of sharecroppers, he was one of the first freedom riders. Attacked by a mob and left for dead in a bus station in Montgomery, Alabama, he got back up and led the fight for justice. That was John Lewis. He always got back up and never quit. Surrounded and assaulted by hate, he rejected violence and embraced love. For over half a century, he showed us the true meaning of courage and dignity. Today, America is in another crisis, and a new wave of hate is once again embraced by the powerful to hold on to their power. In the days ahead, let us be guided by the courage of John Lewis. He never quit. He always got up. He knew a better day belonged to those who had the courage to act. Now it's our turn.
We must say, wake up, America, wake up, for we cannot stop, and we will not and cannot be patient.
The Lincoln Project is responsible for the content of this advertising.
There's no guarantees in this election, but Trump won't be in office forever, no matter what he thinks. So, for the sake of America and our democracy, we must avoid turning inward. Instead, become more inclusive and diverse with ideas.
We're here tonight to talk about the great American story.
16.8 million jobs lost in 3 weeks.
This election is a battle for the soul of America.
Across the country, healthcare workers say they're dealing with a shortage of masks, gowns, and gloves again.
This president has a record of strength and success.
They are dying. That's true. And it is what it is.
The best is yet to come.
Some people are always in a hurry. They run when they could walk, race up steps when others take it slow. When Joe Biden's president, America is just going to have to keep up. We won't have to wait to deal with COVID-19. He's already got a plan. Won't have to wait for a president on the side of working families. He's from Scranton. No one has to tell him Wall Street didn't build this country. He knows who did. We're a nation that's been hit hard by this virus. But Joe Biden knows when you get knocked down, you get up off the mat. No one needs to tell Joe how hard life can hit you. Losing a wife, a daughter, a son. But he knows it's in the pain you can find purpose. To lead America, you need to understand America.
America's an idea stronger than any army, more powerful than any dictator or tyrant. It gives hope to the most desperate people on earth.
And it's an idea as alive and powerful today as it was when it was first proposed.
The most powerful idea in the history of the world, I think, beats in the heart of the people of this country. No matter your race, your ethnicity, no matter your gender identity, your sexual orientation, no matter your faith, it unites America. Whether your ancestors were native to these shores, whether they were brought here forcibly and enslaved, whether they're immigrants from generations back, or those coming today looking to build a better life for their families.
Our best days are not behind us. They're ahead.
In times as challenging as these, I believe there's only one way forward. As a united America, united in our dreams of a better future for us and for our children. This is our moment, this is our mission, and we'll do it together. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
America will move on, with or without Trump. No matter what side you are on, the left or the right, the choice is ours to secure the future of our democracy by voting on November 3rd, 2020.